welcome everyone back to the Cancel Me Later podcast. We got Rachel, we got him, and our guest tonight is Salty, back for the third time. What's up, Salty? We got a fun night tonight. We got a little bit of indoctrinated students. We got some government failures, some Maha, a couple other things. It'll be an interesting night. And I'm just going to say hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
So I guess we should just dig right into it.
Let's do it.
Our first video, which I'm going to share here in a second, is about a young autistic woman that is getting caught up in the Minnesota fraud issue that we're experiencing right now, which is just not cool.
Nah.
Here we go. Oh, they're going to need CT.
Shows the fraud, now we're showing the fallout. Tonight at 10, Pier 11 Investigates will take you inside the lives upended by Minnesota's fraud crisis. People betrayed by the very programs that were meant to help them. Here's AJ Legault with a first look.
Minnesota's fraud crisis came knocking.
We're here for the eviction.
Janelle Hansen, she goes by Sky, lived in a Minnetonka apartment when sheriff
I'm scared.
armed
What?
with an eviction order for Jane or John Doe.
But I'm not Jane or John Doe. That's what's confusing.
Sky lived here as part of a Medicaid program called Integrated Community Supports, or ICS. It's designed to help adults with disabilities live independently in their own apartment with one-to-one daily assistance. She was ordered to pack up what she could carry
Grab what you've just packed because we need to exit the apartment now.
and get out.
We need to go. Come on.
Okay.
We need to go.
Let's go. How are you?
Go.
Okay, how are
Set
you?
out to the hallway.
And like that, a vulnerable young woman put on the street.
My house. My house with metals.
How
And before we continue with that, I mean, do you guys feel that, like, the police could have handled that a little bit better? You know, rushing her out, like, she's not expecting this. You know, it's completely out of nowhere. They're saying John or Jane Doe, and, like, she only has a few minutes to grab what she needs. She, like, wasn't given any other advance notice as far as I know when I researched this. And I think that's really freaking messed up, you know, taking advantage of, you know, the disabled or I guess you could say handicapped. What do you guys feel?
That's sad as hell, man. They definitely could have handled that situation better. I mean, I can't even understand what would prompt them to handle it that way, right?
And you know what I also want to think about? Think about all the people that have their houses infested by squatters. And you have to go through all this legal system stuff to get them out of your home. Now, this is a young woman with, I believe she had autism. She might have something else, where she is actually making the payments through a Medicare company. Young woman. And now she's out on the street, just like that. The difference is pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah. That's horrible.
So we're gonna finish up the video. I just thought that the police could have handled that a lot better, and I think we're really losing the humanity in our society when it comes to the disabled, which is like the people that I really do like wouldn't mind taking care of, like disabled, elderly, veterans. Like, yes, let's take care of them. You know. All right, let's finish this up.
Not the illegals.
our investigation finds it's tied to the allegations of Medicaid fraud now rocking Minnesota. We've documented Sky's life of homelessness for the past 8 months, living out of her car, tents, shelters, and cheap hotels.
I think I just got kicked out of the hotels for being too autistic.
Her former caregivers, American Home Healthcare LLC, are under investigation for fraud. They were billing Sky's Medicaid $421 per day, claiming they always provided 12 hours of service.
Most days was like 2 hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours.
Under investigation, the company and its owner, Jamal Mohammed, stopped paying rent. So Sky got evicted.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Here you go. Push this.
Just one of the vulnerable people paying the price through no fault of their own for Minnesota's fraud crisis. Thrown onto the street homeless.
They say that your home is in your heart.
I'm investigative reporter AJ Legault. You can watch our full report tonight at 10 and streaming on Carol 11 Plus.
A reminder.
Poor baby. Poor
that wild?
baby. That's horrible. That's horrible. Did you notice that he was Muslim?
Absolutely. It's always a
Yeah,
Muhammad.
actually, Salty,
What a
I think you did a little
coincidence.
digging, didn't you?
Oh, yes, sir, I certainly did, and I found a lot of shit. I did. So, I start off with a LinkedIn profile because that's what I saw first, right? And then I started researching the people that were tied to him that endorsed him, which I'm going to put those guys to the side, but I am going to go into the other part of that because that's what's really important here. Let me bring that screen up real quick. Sorry, guys. He went under multiple names. It's not just Jama Muhammad. It's Mohammed Jama. It's they combine a lot of different names so they can open multiple accounts. I see this a lot, and I didn't understand how incredibly difficult this was going to be to research, but it was. So American Home Healthcare, I've got all the information on that. Then he went by Jama Youssef Muhammad as a general contractor. So we went from home healthcare, right? And now we're at a general contractor. Check out some of these permits that he's pulled. He's pulled permits to change a home into a daycare center. Weird.
Oh,
He's pulled contracts for turning a home into a home health care facility.
of course.
I have all that documentation, though. And then, of course, his cohorts that were involved with the home health care, same thing. Same damn thing. So this is a lot bigger than just this guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so sad.
This is exactly the problem that we're dealing with. Is we have these people that are very vulnerable in society, and they're being taken advantage of,
Yeah.
and then they're being thrown out on the street.
I did want to mention one guy in particular. His name is Gulid Mohammed. Okay. He opened 2 healthcare facilities. One of them was for the in-home care. The other one was for, and it sucks because the name of the, so Noble Starts Inc. and Noble Start LLC. They are both different. They are not the same. They have different taxonomy codes. They have different enumeration dates. They have different phone numbers and addresses, although they're one suite apart. One is for the in-home health. The other is for people that have, autism, mental health issues. So, yeah, this is a big deal.
Yeah, this kind of hits home for me. You know, obviously, if you don't know by now, I am high functioning autistic, and so like I kind of really sympathize with people like her, knowing how difficult it can be without just a little bit of help. And the thing was, she was working, so she was making the payments, but you know, it's helping her, you know, cover the rest, which isn't that much. It's not like, you know, she's sitting there on food stamps, she's sitting there in Section 8 housing, you know, she's getting welfare payments. She's not doing that. She's still being a productive member of society, but she has some difficulties. So she can't go out there and get like, you know, a top-notch job making like $150,000 a year. It's pretty difficult. You know, with the way the brain processes in the autistic mind, it can be very difficult.
Okay, so then how is it even going to Muhammad? Like, how is that money even?
I guess he owns, or
The umbrella
he
company that
pays
she's
the
under?
apartment building.
So then,
So they're
is
doing
he
it through
arrested
a
yet? Has he
Medicaid
been?
program.
I'm sure
Has
he
anything
hasn't.
happened to him?
Not that I know of yet. No.
It's
Although,
always
you know,
it's
they
always
might
like
be
a
taking away
fraud.
money.
It's always a fraud ring, right? Instead of just
Yep.
like some fraud happening. It's always
Yeah,
a
but
big
it-
ass thing. So
Then who's getting? It feels like there's so much fraud. Everyone, even since Doge, everyone has found out all these things. No one has gotten arrested. Hardly anyone. It's it's exhausting. You know.
because you got people like that Ellis guy in Minnesota, is it? I think Minnesota. Keith Ellison.
Ellison.
Yeah.
Yeah, they protect the shit out of these people that do these things. And what city was this in?
This is part of the
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh,
Fraud Care
exactly. Yeah,
Program.
they're being protected up there. They don't care. They like know that it's happening. They help it happen, and they benefit from it too. So they're not.
Yeah, I'm
they
gonna
don't give
start
a
calling
shit.
it Minnesota Fraud Care.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly what it should be called. Minnesota fraud.
And like the worst part is that this young lady Sky was, I believe that's what she likes to go by, has actually been making the payments to this company, and this company is not making payments to the landlord. So the reason she's getting evicted and why it says Jane or John Doe is because they don't know the actual tenant living there. Apparently, they just
then
know
we have
that
all these
they get the
illegals.
money from this company, this help like Medicaid company, I believe.
Right. And then we have all these illegals that are, taking $3,000, $5,000 from the government, able to get housing. They don't get kicked out.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And like she can't get any type of like stay,
How
delay
sad,
of
poor baby.
eviction or anything, because she does have proof she's making the payments, but like where's our legal system to help like intervene here? Be like,
I know.
why are we not going after the company that's taking the payments from this young woman and other people? And on top of that, when they were talking about the hours for the assistance, because they're supposed to also get assistance,
12
they're actually
hours.
flubbing the hours. These people, like, because there was another guy that was also disabled that spoke, like he kept seeing all the hours being used, and they would barely show up. They'd show up for 1 or 2 hours, and that's it. And then they would get the 12-hour pay.
That's horrible.
Yes.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'll be protected until Minnesota flips, right? As long as you got people like Tim Walz and Keith Ellison, and
Right.
you got the Ilhan Omar's up there. As long as they're all there, they're protected. So.
The bigger the fraud, the harder it is to pinpoint somebody, and the only people that suffer is, the American
The
citizens,
victims, yeah.
and the disabled, the elderly, and the vets.
It's
Yeah,
really a
so-
good thing they got going. I mean, they do all this fraud, they commit all this fraud, all these crimes, and they're protected by the representatives and senators in that state, by the governor and all these other people.
Right.
And while you're sitting here being like, they're a problem, right?
Mhm.
Ilhan Omar, all these Tim Walz, all these people are a massive problem.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, well, why isn't Trump sending someone to arrest him, right? You can't.
Right.
You can't do
Right.
shit about it because
Right.
they're protected in that state.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Of course, Rumble's being a pain in the butt yet again.
That's
Worked
okay.
perfectly fine yesterday.
That's all right.
Be all right.
Yeah.
It will be all right, unfortunately.
Yeah. Please, everyone that's watching, please participate in the public chat. We would love to hear from you.
I'm gonna try and fix Rumble, but in the meantime,
Yeah. What's up
we
next?
got the next story coming up. This
What's
one I
that?
thought was really interesting.
What is it?
This is about Cyprus residents being forced to pay a toll to enter their own neighborhood.
Every time we leave our neighborhood, we have to get on 99 and pay a toll. There is no other way in or out, so it is costing us hundreds of dollars a month.
That is a voicemail we received from Nancy Wakeford, who reached out to us for a solution.
She says it is costing her and her husband a fortune every month just to drive in and out of their Cypress neighborhood. They live in Creekland Village, which was built right off the Grand Parkway. Folks have been demanding an alternate route in and out of their neighborhood. Aniele Ruiz is working to get them solutions tonight.
Imagine living in this beautiful neighborhood, but every time you leave your house and come home, you have to pay a toll.
It's going to cost you 56 cents.
That's what residents here in the Bridgeland development tell me they're dealing with. They say when they bought their homes here in the Creekland Village, they didn't have to pay a toll.
They were building the tolls on the exits, but they weren't on, so we weren't paying them initially.
The problem, they say, this is the only entrance and exit to their neighborhood, and it leads right to the Grand Parkway.
Something that doesn't seem to have been planned out. If you're planning a development, just to give people access in and out to just local amenities without having to pay a toll.
When you guys purchased the home, the developer never mentioned that, hey, you're going to be paying tolls?
That never came up.
Residents say they've reached out to local officials. Some have even started a petition, but no response. We reached out to TxDOT. They're the ones that oversee the Grand Parkway. They tell us that under the agreement with the counties, third parties are responsible for building frontage roads. TxDOT also says that Creekland Village neighborhood was built after Highway 99 was already in place. And the toll road was the only access point when the development was constructed. So we reached out to the developer, Howard Hughes Holding Incorporated. And in a statement, they said they acknowledge the input shared by residents and they're working collaboratively with state and local partners to address concerns. These efforts will continue in coordination with community stakeholders.
All right, so what do you guys think of that one?
That shit sounds illegal as fuck.
I know.
Doesn't it?
For one. For two, it's pretty fucking easy to turn off a toll road, right? I mean,
Right.
that shit sounds illegal.
I mean, it sounds like bad planning. And it sounds like the HOA needs to not charge any HOA fees.
I don't think it's bad planning. It's probably intentional.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I agree with that because talking about 15-minute cities, that's an issue.
That's crazy.
It's a whole other issue. But I know there's places in the UK where if you leave X amount of times out of the 15-minute city, you start getting charged. So I think this is kind of a correlation, maybe.
Stuff like this just
between
makes
the two.
me be like, okay, the thought of living off grid one day sounds so appealing.
That's the goal.
You know, it's like the further away from people and the further away from cities, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, just put me on a mountain somewhere. I'm good.
I think the
go.
big thing to ask is like, why the hell do we pay property tax in the first place if we have to pay toll roads? Like
That's crazy.
Toll roads should be covered by property taxes. Like
John.
we're paying for the infrastructure.
The fraud, the fraud, the money that Muslims, are taking in, it's got to come from somewhere.
That's true. That's true. Those poor people. That's
I'm
crazy.
calling it out. You got the obvious like Somali fraud rings and everything else.
Right.
Catering to illegal aliens with tax dollars. So it's all got to come from somewhere. Tolls, property taxes, government funds, wherever it can come from.
Crazy.
I mean, why do politicians let this stuff happen? That's the question you have to be asking yourself to begin with. Like, this is their only access point in and out. So every time they want to go out and get like food from the food store, they have to pay money to leave their neighborhood. And that just seems utterly ridiculous. Like, why do we keep electing people into office that allow for this type of government overreach? We have this Medicare, these Medicaid/Medicare programs that are being just abundantly destroyed by fraud.
I know.
So now the people that actually need it are getting screwed over. Then we have people in neighborhoods who buy their house before the tolls even go up, and now they're stuck paying a toll. Like, don't you think it's as simple as, well, here's a pass, it'll cancel out the toll, you won't have to pay it.
Absolutely.
Like, why even have a toll at that exit?
Yeah.
Like when I lived in New Jersey, there were exits of the Garden State Parkway where it was mostly neighborhoods, and they didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
If they wanted to take the parkway beyond a certain point, then yes, they'd have to do it. But at least they had access to the parkway and then to another road where they didn't have to pay anything.
Right.
So do we know the name of the guy? I know it was mentioned in the video. 'Cause I'll
Hughes
look into
something
that.
Howard Hughes
properties.
Holdings?
Yeah.
Howard Hughes
Well, I don't know
Holdings.
if it was Hughes. I'm
Yeah.
I'm busting out the old OCD guy that made movies and planes.
Yeah.
Let me double check here.
But it's okay. We can figure it out.
Yeah.
And
Well-
maybe contact them. Is that what
well-
you're thinking, Salty?
Well, no, I want to do some digging on these people because I want to know if they are tied to like the whole globalist agenda, the idea that we should have 15-minute cities, green energy, all this stuff. I want to know if they're tied to that and what kind of money they get.
Interesting. Maybe. Who knows? Who
Probably.
knows?
Right.
Yeah.
Because maybe they're just trying to normalize it right now. That's kind of where I'm going with this.
That's a
Yeah.
possibility.
It's a possibility for sure.
I agree.
So the
What's
next one we got. This gets even louder. I'm working on so many things trying to get the Rumble working.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Get
it.
it next time.
Just Rumble doesn't like me. I worked on that for a while.
It's okay.
We'll get it next time.
Yeah.
All right. So this one, we're going to talk a little bit about the indoctrination of our kids. Oh yeah.
crazy.
So let me bring it right back here. So this is in Los Angeles. These are students attacking federal agents.
What in the world?
First off, where are the teachers? Second off, why aren't the parents so incredibly upset right now that their children are not in class, not learning?
Insane.
That's wild, right?
I am so grateful my son is grown.
People should not be kept putting their kids in school. I know it's like extremely difficult to homeschool. We homeschool my girls, and you know, I'm not even the one that does it most of the time, so I can't talk too much about how hard it really is. But it's very difficult. But it's better than this shit happening to your kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Which brings me to my next point. So this is Los Angeles, California Department of Education. It says students showed significant academic recovery in 2024 to 2025. That means recovery. That means it actually went up. With reading proficiency rising to 46.5% and math to 36.8%, exceeding both pre-pandemic and state levels. Despite these gains, the majority of the students are still not meeting proficiency standards in math, with disparities remaining for English learners. That's English learners. This isn't like Hispanics coming here and trying to learn our stuff. This is English learning.
Are they proud of these numbers?
Should anybody be proud of these numbers? Because,
No.
you know, when I was growing up, it was like, you got to have at least like 75, 80% of the students being proficient at their grade level.
How sad. That is so sad. I mean, it just shows a lack of parenting. It shows a lack of the education system really not caring about these students. You know, they're just passing them. They're just passing them on to the next grade. I mean, that's what that is right there. It's
Why
so
are they
sad.
just, why are we
care
paying
about
taxes for this?
Politicizing them in some way.
Of course.
Just turn these kids into weapons. That's all they want to do.
That's all they care about. They don't care if they read. They don't care if they can do math. They want them sheep.
As
They
a
want
matter
them
of
just
fact,
dependent on them.
The less
They
they
want
can
them
read and
ignorant.
count, the better for them, right?
100%.
Exactly.
100%. It makes actually perfect sense. I homeschool as well. I homeschooled the first 3 years of my daughter, my older daughter, and then now they go to a homeschool co-op 4 days a week, and then I do some homeschool on Friday. And so, because this is just a busy time right now, so there's options, you know, even for the single parent, even for the busy parents that can't homeschool per se. There's so many different options out there. You don't have to get the very expensive private school. You know, there's less, you know, there's more affordable options, and you don't have to do it all by yourself either. There's so much curriculum out there. There's so many online courses as well. It's just really sad. The education system has proven themselves inept to teach our children, period.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just the start of it. You know, I want everybody to understand that this isn't just like a one-off thing.
Right.
So I got you a couple videos to check out.
Yeah, boy.
I don't think YouTube's gonna like this one.
For the young people especially, because this is what we're going to be watching. The more people that do things, the more people will like join in. And
That's right. Those are kids. But
They have
wait,
no idea what they're
there's
doing.
more.
They have no idea.
Oh boy.
Now this is a man that was driving by, and they were throwing crap at his vehicle, and he got out of the vehicle and he got attacked.
Stop! Stop! On me! Stop! Can you leave it alone? Please stop! Leave it alone!
Please stop. Please stop.
That's a teacher.
Hey, that's enough! Hey, that's
These kids need an ass beating.
Look at this.
What the fuck?
Where are the teachers?
That is the
Where are
teacher he's pointing
parents?
at.
That is a teacher, yeah.
Why aren't they in school?
Leave it alone! Please stop! Leave it alone! Please stop!
Why are they waving flags of other
Please
countries?
stop!
Yo, your ass going to jail.
Okay, do you know
I
what
think
these
you got
teachers
the
want?
idea on that one.
Let me tell you what these liberal teachers want. They want the kids to go out there and protest. But then it's like these kids don't have the capacity to emotionally regulate. And so then it gets violent. And then it's like, oh no, wait, stop. And it's like, no, they should never have been put in that position in the first place to be riled up emotionally. You're right. They're using these children as weapons. It's horrible.
I don't think they have the capacity to do much, man. And what I mean is, I've noticed with kids these days is all they do is like chase clout, right? All they want to do is look cool for everyone else. They want to be accepted so bad, so they're out here doing this shit because someone's told them that it's cool to do it, right? And they want to get out there. They want to chase that clout. They want to get on camera. They want to fucking get famous. They want everyone to like them. So they don't even know what the fuck they're doing out there. They're just out there causing trouble, and their parents are letting them. The teachers are failing them, and it's disgusting. I don't know why we let this shit keep happening.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
All right, so this is the last video I have for a upset Florida father finds out his kid's part of this anti-ICE protest, so he's going in there to pull his kids out. Get some WD-45 today.
So you got kids down there on the overpass, just about got hit by a car, but you go, how's the rest?
We do have admins out.
You had like 1,000 kids on the overpass, when you got hit by a car.
Yeah, we did let the deputies know because students that did walk out, the deputies are dealing with, they had a ICE protest on campus that was friendly and this was for the sake of the advocate.
This is for school. This isn't for, you shouldn't be involved in that shit. This is for learning. I have to leave work because while I'm working, I have to worry about what you're manipulating my kids. Fake media. I want my son out of here now. Can you call him up here and get him out of here? Aiden Lalonde.
Unbelievable.
You know how to feel it.
He said, I have to worry about you guys manipulating my son.
Where else you go, you say somebody's name.
I have to leave work because I have to worry about what you guys are teaching my son. Propaganda. Manipulating my son. He's absolutely right.
It's disgusting.
It's so gross. How is this not illegal? Like, how are the kids able to even go off campus?
And you notice how the lady was like, oh, we actually had one on campus that was really
it was
peaceful.
peaceful. It's like,
you can
no.
tell immediately that they're like, they're in on it, you know?
Of course.
Yeah. Absolutely. God, that's just gross, man.
Mm-mm.
It's so sad that people ignore it. It's sad that these kids are being turned into weapons. I mean,
Against law enforcement.
Exactly, and this isn't something that's just happening right now. These kids are fucked for the rest of their lives. I mean, it's just what it is.
Go look at the Hitler's Youth, for example. The brown shirts. That's what we're seeing right now, historically speaking.
What were the
Please
brown
homeschool.
shirts?
The brown shirts were a group of people that would run around and they'd help tattle on everybody in Germany.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that would be like your high school, or high school. That would be your adults, but then you had the youth, the Hitler's Youth, and here they are. But you know, Hitler bad, and you know the right's Hitler, but here is everything they're doing is exactly the same. Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
They pushed this socialist communist idea. Can anybody tell me what Hitler's party was?
It was MAGA, obviously.
The National Socialists? National Socialists?
It was the Barbs.
Yeah, they were socialists more than they were nationalists. Let's be real. They wanted to control a lot of the stuff. That's exactly what they're doing with these kids. But I'm going to tell you the real truth. What they're really trying to do with these kids is they're trying to get them killed. Because the moment they get them killed, they have another martyr. And when they have that martyr, they're going to sit there and be like, oh, Republicans, MAGA bad. How could you hurt this child? Blah, blah, blah. This is the same exact reason why you had these crazy liberal white women, and I'm sure there was probably some that weren't white, who really cares? Crazy liberal women in general. How about that?
Yeah.
That were bringing their kids to these protests, these ICE protests.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
They want that George Floyd moment. That's what they're looking
Yeah.
for.
That's all they want.
Because
They just
it helps their cause.
they just chase clout. They want to get famous. They want to get on camera, and Democrats eat the shit up. They don't care if you go out there and get killed. They don't care if you go out there and get seriously injured. They prefer it, honestly. They prefer it
makes
because it looks good on CNN and MSNBC and everywhere else.
Didn't they say something about that? Like, go put yourself out on the line? Like,
absolutely.
There's a video somewhere. I need to find that, but where they actually said, just go out there.
That's
You control the media. You get those moments, and then you can control everything. And that's what they're doing.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And listen, if you're one of those people that's listening right now and like you're on the fence of like, oh, I don't want to see the stuff on either side, et cetera, like understand that when you have a giant institutional power like the mainstream media, you're going to be fed the same exact talking points. And you can actually look this up. There are plenty of times where almost every single media outlet parroted the same exact lines, word for word. And they do this so that they can manipulate you. Manipulation is the key here.
You can play them over each other, and they sound exactly the same.
Exactly the same. There's actually people out there that were kind enough to take every video and have them all saying at the same time. Even congressional members were doing this. Same exact line for line, word for word.
That's nuts.
And now our children's involved. And you should be sitting there, you shouldn't be screaming about ICE or immigrants or like LGBTQIA or whatever else. What you should be saying is, why are my kids not educated? Why are they stupid?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Why, like, that's the number one thing you should be complaining
I
about.
know.
If these kids can't read at probably 85 to 90% or math at the standard level, you should be out there asking why they are not being taught. That's it.
Well, they
That's
hit
what
the
school's for.
important- They hit the important marks. They can only read at like 35%, and but they can tell you every sexuality, every gender, all that stuff. They hit right on the head.
And you know what the funny part is? That isn't even the worst school district in the country. There's far more. I mean, Baltimore is just as bad. I'm pretty sure Baltimore was worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sad.
They're probably teaching Sharia law out there.
Yeah.
But once again, you pay taxes for your kids to be indoctrinated.
Yeah.
This is what happens the moment we brought Jesus out of the schools.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right.
They're not being they're not being taught how to do 2 + 2. You know what they're being taught? Let me go online and look at my AI. Oh, what does AI say today? Oh, look at that. You know what the freaking teachers are doing? Same damn thing. Let me get AI. Was his paper good? Did he have right grammar?
That's crazy.
And this is the danger of AI that I keep warning people about. It's like
My
it's going
sister's-
to be a form of manipulation.
Yeah, and I was saying this to you guys before. My sister's she's a high school teacher for Spanish. She's a Spanish high school teacher, and she says, I mean, she's like, Rachel, it's crazy. And we grew up in like urban setting, like lower class Miami, so we didn't go to the best public school ourselves, but she's like, it's not even close as bad as our school that we went to, growing up. She's like, these kids they can't do a paragraph. They can't even write an essay, short essay, a paragraph. Everything is ChatGPT. It's not, they don't even know how to look at you in the eyes, form a sentence, spell, nothing. And these kids are in high school. They're about to graduate, and they just push them through.
It's insane.
It's insane.
These kids.
So Claire,
Just homeschool your kids, people. Homeschool your children.
Homeschool your children.
Homeschooled children are more likely to have 10% or higher, or 10 points or higher on their testing than everybody else. So
I think it's way higher, to be honest with you.
I do too. I think they're lowballing
I think it's way higher than that.
I think it's very difficult to actually get the proper data when you're homeschooling, like kids being homeschooled. But I'll tell you, that father was 100% spot on about pulling this kid out.
Yeah.
And the manipulation.
Yeah, he was.
Go on, Zach.
No, it's not important. We can talk about it later.
Oh, we can always talk about it. It's the podcast.
No, it's good. We can move on. We'll talk about it later in the podcast.
I don't know. It's just
Something awesome happened today. We'll talk about it later, though.
Don't forget it.
This really just. oh, when they do this to kids, that's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from personal experience, being like filled up with all these drugs and stuff and being told what I can, what I cannot do, hide my masculinity, don't fight back, let the bullies win. This is the type of garbage that destroys children. And it just makes their mental health problems even worse. And we're just breeding a generation of people with mental health problems. And in Canada, you know what they're doing to people that have these sick mental health problems?
What?
They're doing assisted suicide.
Yeah.
What?
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah,
assisted
you can
suicide.
off yourself. Yeah.
That's insane.
And there was
Okay,
this...
now,
Oh, go ahead. Ask questions.
so I understand if you are like health wise, you're to the point where you just
Terminal
can't go on.
illness.
Yeah, I understand that. But you're saying what now?
Just mental health problems. So there was this, I can't remember the exact age, but he was like 22 years old.
What?
And he had seasonal depression. And so, you know, during the summertime, his parents got him to come back home and they were working with him. But then, you know, with seasonal depression, normally it's because like this, you know, the sun's not there. You're not getting the proper vitamin D. It can cause, you know, fluctuations in your mood. I actually go through this, so I'm well aware of it. And so he got worse again. So he called, I think it's called MAID or something, where they do assisted suicide. And the son ended up killing himself off before the parents could get there. And now they're extremely upset with the government because they're allowing these kids to die. They just need help. They need proper nutrition. And I'm telling you, they'll make it out of it. But they're poisoning us, and then they're killing us.
Yeah.
And this is all part of global population control. I hate to say it.
I believe you. Josh Dupar 1586 says, I might be the only person in my entire extended family that believes in homeschool.
That's
and
Dupe,
then-
yeah.
Oh, that's Dupe.
I think so.
What's up, Dupe?
Oh.
I didn't realize that.
Josh Dupar, thank you. Seasonal depression guy was 26. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Even
close.
still.
A couple years off.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Wow.
That's insane. Yeah, for sure. I think Illinois is talking about some type of assisted suicide now. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The state of Illinois. Yeah.
So did he actually, I'm sorry, did he actually go through with it?
Yes. The parents
No.
lost their son.
No.
Yes. They're looking to expand this in terminating poor people's kids. that have
What?
mental, like they have like deficiencies, and I think they're definitely looking into this. I think they brought up the idea back in, I want to say 2018, but yeah, that's the next goal. And I don't know if you guys remember in the Epstein files, Bill Gates was talking to Epstein about how do we get rid of the poor people in society.
That is so
Well,
sad.
they've
He's
got a
such
lot of ways.
vile, vile, vile man. He needs to be
And-
in jail.
Listen, I advise you to do your own research. You don't have to like trust any of us, because that's the whole point of the podcast, is to show you some information, get the
Right.
creative juices flowing, get you on that keyboard and start looking this stuff up, because I think it's more important that you actually do the research yourself than depend on other people to tell you what the research is, because this is how the indoctrination and the mainstream media propaganda started, is they started giving you the truth. You
Right.
depended on them, you trusted them, then they slowly started changing the truth to fit their narrative, until the point where we now have propaganda. So you have all these boomers that used to watch CNN, MSNBC and all that, and they were used to it being very truthful, on point. Now they don't realize that they're just listening to full-blown propaganda.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's the same for anyone else in any age group, right? I mean, you would expect to be able to, if you're not like super aware of shit that's going on, you would expect to be able to turn on the news and learn things truthfully, right?
Yeah.
You probably get the truth from them 10% of the time. That's probably it.
Is
Yeah.
is that
With that
the
nowadays.
Smith-Mundt Act in 2012, correct?
Yes, the Modernization Act of the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you to Obama, who removed the ability to block propaganda by state media and foreign influence.
Why do you do that? Why do you do
Oh,
that?
we know
Of
why
course
he
we
did
know
that.
why he did
So,
that.
so they can attack Trump with bullshit, yeah?
Of course.
Absolutely. So
So
they
the
can control the
propaganda could-
narratives, and they can let foreign influence control our country and destroy it from within.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, if we want to talk insane, let's get to more insane stuff.
Oh boy.
Because it's a wild world.
evening. I'm going to go off script here and say congratulations, Dr. Newsom. And in the announcement of your position, it was said, we hope you will be more inclusive. I agree. I would like the anti-racism statement returned. In December of 2025, Turning Point USA hosted an event marketed to high school students with food and beverages advertised as an incentive for attendance. While community building opportunities for students are important, this event raises serious concerns related to student safety, parental rights, and governance oversight. Event materials indicated that adults, including parents and legal guardians, were not permitted to attend and that supervision would be provided by unnamed volunteers. Excluding parents and guardians from a student-focused event creates a lack of transparency and undermines established best practices for youth safety. School-affiliated or school-adjacent activities should adhere to clear supervision standards, background check requirements, and defined accountability structures. I am also concerned about a potential conflict of interest involving Board of Education members serving as guest speakers at this event. Board members are entrusted with fiduciary and ethical responsibilities, and participation in events targeting students, particularly when parental access is restricted, warrants careful review to ensure compliance with district policies, ethics guidelines, and public trust obligations. Students are widely recognized as vulnerable population. They are in critical developmental stages and especially susceptible to influence. For this reason, safeguarding measures, parental involvement, and transparency are essential. All Board of Education members in this room are mandated reporters under state law, as I am. Based on the circumstances surrounding this event, a report was made to Child Protective Services. All of this was provided along with.
Thank you for your.
They
You
cut
know,
her
it would
off?
have been. She would have been fine if it was an ICE protest.
Yep.
It would have been completely fine. The level of projection and hypocrisy, like that's it's just evil. You know, I don't have a problem with what she said, as far as people being back, like if it's high school background checks, whatever. But it's just so one-sided. She would have been completely fine. She talks about biases. Are you kidding me? She talks about conflict of interest. Are you joking?
I bet
know?
you the kids over there are probably outside protesting ICE right now. But going to a Turning Point USA event,
Oh, no.
gosh, no, you can't do that.
We have an ethical, moral responsibility for them not to be told the truth or preach the gospel.
And she
When do
called
we
Child
allow-
Protective Services?
When do we allow the left to take the narrative and take our children from us?
Thank
When
you.
was that?
Well, we don't have anyone over here to combat that, right? It was probably pretty easy, to be honest.
I think it was a very long time ago that they started doing very slight changes in the curriculum to get us into certain, thought processes. But I believe the, full steam ahead was
Obama.
COVID.
Oh, for sure. For
Full
sure.
steam
Right.
ahead.
Oh,
You're
100%.
right. You're
You know,
right.
I have to go back to my son and when he was in school and what he experienced and my experience as a mother, how incredibly terrible it was. And I look back at that. That was my son's 30 years old, 31 years old now.
Yeah.
32 now. But that shows you I have to
Hope he's not
math all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Well,
math.
he will be. He will be. But seriously, that shows how long this process has been going. We can go back to the 1930s if we really want to. Columbia University. That's where it really started. And who attended Columbia University? Mr. Obama himself.
That's right.
Yeah. I think the twisted part was her calling Child Protective Services, which at least I feel that is heavily a liberal institution now.
Oh, it is.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. They said that it's like the number one child trafficking, unfortunately,
Yeah.
institution now. The amount of child trafficking that's happening through Child Protective Services is horrible.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many videos I've seen where
Yeah.
fathers or people like get in fights with neighbors, and they'll call Child Protective Services. I saw online streamer Ethan Klein. I don't even like Ethan Klein. He runs H3H3. They had the people that went against him call Child Protective Services. Like, it's being weaponized against people.
horrible.
So they,
Yeah.
like, you're going to tear a child away from their parents. You spank the kid on the butt, up, Child Protective Services.
Yeah,
I don't know
you can't
about you
even-
guys, but I needed that spanking. As a young autistic
yeah.
kid, if
Of
I did
course.
not have that spanking, I'd probably be dead, because a lot of autistic children wander off. They do dumb things. They don't do things that they think about. We're attracted to water. It's actually the reason why we have a very low life expectancy.
John,
Like,
all
if you
kids
have a
do this.
neurodivergency and you have autism, your life expectancy is around 39 years of age.
Yeah.
It's-
And
That
the,
doesn't include, and that includes like suicidal problems as well.
sure.
What were you
So you're
saying, Zach?
taking like the SSRIs and stuff like
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
What were you gonna say, Zach?
No, I was just gonna say it's not just autistic kids. Even I mean, we're all like that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I got my ass handed to me when I was growing up, and I deserved that
too.
shit.
Me
And
too.
you know
Thank
what?
God.
I turned into a hell of a grown man because of it.
Yep.
And nowadays, you can't do that. You can't discipline your children. You can't teach them shit, or they call Child Protective Services. And
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we're stuck with, man.
Or
We're stuck
we-
with
yeah.
kids that just they have no idea what respect is. They will disrespect the fuck out of anyone and everyone, and they don't care because they don't have to care.
Yeah. We have someone in the comments that said that's a cultural problem. We have to tackle it as well, where kids are more of a status symbol than actual desire to be a parent. All cake, no broccoli, trips to Disney, no spanking. 1945. So I guess he was talking about 1945 is when it started.
Yeah.
I'm gathering.
Post World War II. That's
Post-war-
where
yeah.
I believe it,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
started as well.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen like a child that like gets their phone or iPad taken away from them? The type of hissy fit they throw now.
Yeah, it was funny. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Kevin. Short black guy. Comedian.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. He did a stand up where he was talking about how he took his son's phone away, and how it's like his son turned into a crack addict. It's like saying like what do you mean you gotta take my phone? Like almost like hyperventilating like a crack addict. And it's funny the way he was saying it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's hard. I think it's hard for parents. Like, I've even had to say zero, like there's no technology. My daughter will not have a phone till she's 16. Point blank. We have a house phone, another cell phone, just in case like there's something. And she's 11, but I will not, like, she doesn't touch it unless like she's like FaceTiming a specific family member or something like that on the weekend. But no iPad, no screens, nothing throughout the week. Zero.
There's no reason for it.
There's no
Right.
reason for it.
No
And
reason at
when
all.
I implemented that, there was such a change in my children.
Really?
Oh, completely. Yeah. I mean, when we moved here, like moving's a process. It's hard. So it's hard. And then I'm just busy, trying to pack everything, get everything organized, and 2 hours go by, and my daughters, both my daughters are on the iPad, and I'm like, whoa, and it's crazy. And I had to just take them away, and complete night and day difference in their attitudes, the way they respond, their attention, all of it. I mean, it's a big deal. They do not, I do not let them on any type of an iPad or phone when we go out to eat. They have to sit there. They have to learn how to have conversation. They don't need to be entertained 24 hours a day. They need to, learn how to sit in silence and be bored sometimes. They do.
yeah.
And how they need to learn how to use their imagination.
Absolutely.
But it takes an intentionality on the parents. It really does. Like, I have to be super intentional, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Instead
Yeah.
of buying your kids like iPads and phones and video game systems, buy
Yeah.
them like puzzles. Buy them
Right.
like Lincoln Logs or Legos or something they can build.
They
I
can
used to have a
draw, they
gyro
can
set.
color, they can paint. There's so
Absolutely.
much. I mean, there's so much.
Musical
They can do
instruments,
scavenger
sports.
hunts outside. Yes, sports, musical instruments, all the things.
Is
You know,
John
there's
going
so
against
many-
video games right now for children?
He is.
No, I still played video games as a kid. It's just that I did everything else a lot more than video games.
See,
Yeah, I
that's
used
the way
to.
that's the way my
I was more
oldest is.
interested in that and the social grouping that came with it.
My
Even though I had a lot of
6-year-old
difficult times.
Yeah, my 6-year-old would get on the iPad and do her thing, but like as soon as I say, you know, like, hey, let's go outside for a little bit,
Right.
I think I go flying. She don't give
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck.
That's awesome.
She's ready to go. So.
And I mean, the sun's
Yeah.
good because it keeps them in higher moods. It keeps their body going. It helps, actually helps defeat like cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you got to get them outside. You got to have them play
Yeah.
sports. I think it's one of the greatest things. The endorphin
You're right.
kick.
Yeah.
I mean, I love playing sports. If it came down to video games or going outside and playing like baseball or football, I would go outside immediately.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like video games to me were just filler.
Right.
I loved my trampoline. When my parents got me that trampoline, I was really big
Yeah.
into like the WWF back then before it became
Oh, just
WWE.
bouncing all over the
Oh,
place.
me and my friends, we would do all
Trampolines are
sorts
the
of
best.
wrestling moves on that bad boy.
Yeah.
Yep, power bombs and flips and cutters and all that. We had a
Yeah.
good time. What do you think? What do you think, Salt? Do you think the indoctrination has gotten a little too out of hand here? That parents need to start stepping up?
If parents don't start stepping up, this is going to be disastrous for America. It's not just the indoctrination of leftists, it's the indoctrination of foreign ideologies, not to mention Islam, because that is a huge deal right now.
Yep.
All of those three things, leftists embrace that wholeheartedly. I'm sure a lot of you have seen what's been going on with the dogs on
Yeah.
X right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I would choose my dog over a Muslim any day.
Yep.
Dude, I made it a point to search out those polls and vote dogs on every single one of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, let me tell you something. I always said, I was like, okay, what is the one thing? Like that one thing, you know, and you always say, okay, yeah, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. I am so confident that if they actually implement laws and try to enforce laws, they don't even have to try to take away our guns. But if they actually try to enforce laws of saying that dogs can't stay inside your own home and they have to be out, that would be it. That would be like the straw that broke the camel's back. We would have civil war on the streets. Like that's
dogs.
it over dogs.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like that's too far. I'm
Isn't,
telling
like,
you. It's
isn't
too far.
Americans actually have more dogs than they do have kids these days, I believe? Like
More dogs and guns.
couples are opting for dogs over kids early on. Then eventually they go in the kid route, but they're starting off with dogs and cats.
I don't know about more dogs than
I don't-
guns.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, I remember seeing it not long. I'll have to look it up and figure it out for the next podcast.
I mean,
but
I
it
think
was
if you
definitely
have kids, you have to have a dog. I don't know.
Oh,
Like, that's
yeah.
just me. Like I don't. Yeah.
Dogs
Like,
taught me how to respect life in general.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
it's not just that, but do you know that if you have a dog and you have a newborn, that it actually helps with their allergies?
Yep.
Apart from the vaccines and all that stuff, that really messes up their allergies as well. But
Yes, it does.
they say that it's like 30%, like you build their immunity like 30% stronger with a dog in the home. Having like a baby that crawls on the floor with a dog like in the house, it builds their immune system. It's healthy. They're bringing like macro, like just like dirt and all the things like inside. As moms we freak out, like obviously we clean, but still like it helps their immune system. It builds their immune system. I'm like,
Yep,
dogs are
absolutely.
so good.
Yeah.
They're good for our nervous system. They're so good.
And
You
they
know
know
what,
who the enemy
they-
is.
They
Yeah.
don't make women cover their faces. They don't
No,
push
they don't.
homosexuals off rooftops or any of
They
that.
don't. No, they
It's
don't.
Yeah.
crazy.
They're loyal. They're affectionate.
Listen to me. I saw
Great
the best
companions.
video today. Okay. I have a XL bully, and they're really popular in the UK in London. A puppy there actually a couple years ago was going for $30,000 a puppy. So yeah, and they're gorgeous dogs. Okay, huge. They get up to like 130-pound dogs. And there's a picture today of an XL bully of a woman from Germany that's walking down the street. I think it was in London with one, and all the Muslims were like, like just like it was like this like just this like parting of the Red Sea of like all these Muslims. This beautiful dog with her, like a woman, like a small woman like me on a leash. I was like, this is amazing.
Love it.
I know.
When's the last time you've ever heard a dog scream or chant "Death to America"?
Never. Mm-mm.
That never
Oh, that's not
happened.
even a question. Like,
Mm.
there's no, like, you're not gonna. Nope.
Just
That's a right that you cannot take
Yeah,
away.
my dog doesn't get on a loudspeaker 5 times a day to go worship the devil, you know?
No.
That's a fact.
That's true.
I
wanna
tell
do-
you what, I posted earlier today the preamble of our Constitution, and it talks about the pursuit of happiness. Dogs make me happy.
Yep.
So for a Muslim to
good.
come up and say you cannot have a dog, you are violating my constitutional right to have a dog, as per the preamble. So you
So
can take
good.
that and go,
Yeah.
So good.
And
So
I would like
good.
to clarify that, like, when I choose a dog over a Muslim, I'm choosing it because I'm hoping the Muslim finds Christ, and then he'll enjoy a dog too.
Yeah.
that would be acceptable.
Well,
I
it's
would
not
I would
even-
accept that.
It's not, but that's the wrong way to phrase it, right? I'm not choosing a Muslim over my dog.
Yeah.
They are choosing. They're putting themselves in that position.
Yeah.
I'm not choosing a dog over a human. They are putting themselves in that position to say, I'm not gonna, my right. I'm not gonna forgo my right because of your cultish religion. It's not gonna happen.
I'm choosing a dog over a human.
In
I'm just saying
general,
that
sure.
they put themselves in that position. It's
well,
not like
they did because they really truly believe they are superior to.
then get out of our country. Get out of our
It's more than-
country.
Yeah,
it's
there's
more
plenty
than
of
that.
Muslim
man.
countries out there.
This is not your country then. If you can't assimilate to like our culture and our rules and our constitution, then get out.
Yep.
It's
We
more
do not
than
have
that,
to
man. It's-
pander to you. This is the
Th-
United
this-
States of America. Get out.
Exactly. This human in particular wants my country to die. They want
Right.
me to die. They want you to die. They want everything to be however crazy shit they have going on in their country.
Right.
And so yeah, I'm choosing a dog over a human.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't like
out.
I don't like them. I don't like them.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. No. Get out.
Our dogs know who the enemy is.
Why am I forced to like someone who wants me dead?
No, you're not.
Yep. Stop pushing your ideology on us. Like this was a Christian country. It was founded as a Christian country, and that's what I'm going to keep fighting for, is to make sure that it stays a Christian country, because there's a reason why this became the greatest country in the world, and it's because of Christian ethics, morals, and values. Even though
You
it's
can-
not perfect, and it'll never be perfect.
You can take your jihad, and you can
Jihad your way out of here.
Yeah.
jihad your way out of here. Because let me tell you, your struggle has not begun in America.
No. it
Because
has not.
that is literally the definition of jihad, is struggle. So that's why in Palestine you are finding copies of Mein Kampf. Literally, there's images of Israeli soldiers finding Mein Kampf in Palestine because, my struggle, I can relate to that. So yeah, they are the real Nazis here.
And they lie. They lie all the time. I mean, they
sure
had
the Jews
Ilhan
plan
Omar
them.
talking about
I'm
why
sure.
is Donald Trump protecting pedophiles and stuff. And I'm like, and I literally said to her, I'm like, wasn't your prophet a pedophile? Didn't your
Oh,
prophet
my
marry
God.
a 6-year-old girl named Aisha and then
Yeah.
consummated the marriage at 9? And you want to talk
So
about
gross.
protecting pedophiles? That's the bullshit that you continuously get with the Muslim community. And I'm probably not saying it's every single Muslim, but the ones that are hardcore into the Quran, that are like full-blown Islamic State, terror groups and all that, they literally will lie to get whatever they need to do to control your country.
What is it called again? It's called something where they can lie about anything.
Takia.
Takia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're able to lie and manipulate and get into, government,
Yep.
just to
They'll use
infiltrate.
whatever
They're-
means
whatever
necessary
they
to gain
Is
can.
that like when you marry
Yeah.
your brother for
Yeah.
Yeah. So
somebody did that?
great example is Mamdani.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I
Yeah.
mean, he is carbon copy what Takia is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Those New Yorkers are trying to get to Florida or somewhere quick. They're trying to get the fuck out of there.
I know.
His taxes are insane. I hate to say it, but that city is gonna burn, man.
It already is going downhill.
Yeah, he just defunded more police too, I believe. Like he's canceling out 5,000 police
insane.
recruits and everything. Trying to make the budget fit for all the free stuff that they want to give away. I'm telling you, the goal is to remove the police force, and then it'll make it much easier for them to do what they need to do to take over that city. Become
Sharia
a Muslim
law.
stronghold.
Yep.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Part of the strategy is what they do is they make it untenable for like people like you and I, right?
Mm-hmm.
They make it untenable, so they leave the trash out.
Yep.
They drop they allow the taxes to increase to where you're like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they bring in
It's
all
working.
the Muslims to
It's
yeah. Well,
working.
oh yeah, that strategy has worked 1,000 times over.
And who are the majority of these people that are on all these social welfare benefits?
Muslims? What percentage? I saw somewhere today like the percentage of Muslims in Minnesota. It was like 70% of Muslims
Yes, it was over half for sure.
in Minnesota had been in the United States for 10 years are still on public assistance.
Yep.
Still to this day.
And you know what they're doing? They're breeding. They're having kids, and their kids will have kids, and they'll just stay on government assistance because they don't have to worry about paying taxes. It's us, the hardworking American citizens, that have to worry about paying taxes to fund these people that want to take over our country. And that's exactly what Rachel said. Like, you keep raising the taxes and all the taxpayers leave.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now you just have all the people in the social welfare system, which happens to be majority of, one ideology. Boom, they take over the city now. And there you go. They've conquered one area.
I don't understand how the New Yorkers could allow this to happen.
Because
I really
they fall
don't.
for the snake oil sales every time.
It's like
Why did? Go ahead.
no, just after World Trade Center.
I know.
How could you what is? I don't know. It's just insanity. Sorry.
So
Zach, go ahead.
was the election legal? Was it stolen?
We'll never know.
Who knows?
I don't
I'm
know
sure
if
there
we'll
was
ever
fraud.
get any justice when it comes to stuff like that. I think we'll get plenty of evidence and we'll get denials of evidence. And
Yeah.
I don't think anything will get done because we lived in this justice system that has been corrupted for decades upon decades. They kept moving the goalposts in favor of the criminal every single time.
Yeah.
It's like, lawyer privilege. Oh, you collected the evidence wrong. Oh, you didn't wear a rubber glove, spin around 3 times, pat your head, and then collect the evidence. It's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Are these election cases state level? Right?
I believe so,
when
yeah.
they have these courts and shit with these election things, it's state level, right? It's the same reason they would pull Donald Trump to New York State for court, right, over E. Jean Carroll or the felonies that he got, because they control the justice system at a state level. It's the same people letting out Irina Zarutska's killer or any of these other people that they just keep releasing back onto the streets. These same people are telling you, no, there was no fraud in the election, right?
Yeah.
It's always a state level thing. So until we clean up bullshit courts, bullshit judges, unqualified magistrates, things like that, until we clean all that up, we're not going to be able to fix a fucking thing.
Nope. And moving on to the insanity topic that Rachel, so eloquently put, we have a insane woman trying to set fire to an
Did you
ICE
just call
detention
Rachel
warehouse.
insane?
Well, Rachel is a little insane, just a little.
Just a little.
Those
Some of that's, yeah, we're
cubanos, you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
I know, we're crazy.
She's my type of insane,
There is
though.
no audio for this
I
one,
am.
but I just thought this was very interesting. Just casually. Let me just burn
Look
down
at
a
this
building.
dumb idiot.
That's
What
your
is wrong
taxpayer
with her?
dollars being burned down because
I mean,
she
tell
doesn't
me, you
like
guys.
ICE.
Tell me that she was arrested, please.
Do you
Well,
think
yes.
she's legal? Is she a white woman?
No, she's a white woman. She's a Karen.
Oh.
Look at her.
And then look what they did. Did
She
you see
has
that? Right there.
those
Let me pause
Tivas
there.
on too.
And for what? For what fucking reason?
That's how you let them win.
Oh,
because
yeah,
the
he backed
TV
out.
Because
Why
the
did he back
TV.
out?
Fucking stupid. The TV said ice bed. Gavin Newsom said ice bed. So this is what you go do. You go set a fucking building on fire. I mean, really, she's not gonna do much damage with that, but
I'm such a good person. Look at what I'm doing, guys.
yeah.
For the immigrants.
What is that, like charcoal lighter fluid?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I
ain't
mean,
gonna do much
please
damage
tell me
with
she got arrested.
that. I doubt it.
Yeah, I believe she did get arrested.
She better have.
Good. I hope so. Because was it Jake Lang kicked the ice
Yes, Jake Lang did kick the ice statue.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they're trying to
5-year
give him like
felony
5
charge.
years. Fucking stupid,
What?
dude.
5-year felony charge for
Are you
destroying
serious?
frozen water.
Oh, my
frozen
hell.
water.
Insane.
Yeah. But these people will go burn down buildings and destroy
And they're fine.
property.
Statues.
Misdemeanor, slap on the wrist, $70 fine, you'll be out.
It's ridiculous.
And they want to call us the fascists,
course.
authoritarians, the Nazis. This is literally the garbage the Nazis would do.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I guarantee you the book burning of the Bible is coming soon. I guarantee it.
Oh, they're already doing it.
I'm sure they are.
Not in mass, but they are doing it. And you're right, though. Everything that they accuse us of being and doing, they are doing.
And hold on. And no one's getting arrested for burning an American flag.
That's freedom of expression, apparently.
Oh, that's freedom of expression.
Yep.
But then,
You think that woman's
no
going to be
sense.
like, I was burning down the building as freedom of expression.
I want to know why every person that burns an American flag in front of people doesn't get hit in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a patriot there,
I
or
know.
just a fucking normal American citizen that's like, you know what, I'm hitting this guy in the fucking mouth
I know.
for burning my flag. I mean, you don't even have to be that patriotic
No.
to be like, hey, you're not gonna burn my fucking flag, right?
Right.
I don't think it should ever fall under freedom of expression.
No.
It's a symbol of our
No.
country. It's
No.
probably the main symbol of our country.
Absolutely
And
not.
You shouldn't be able to burn it.
I
It
will
makes
die
me
on that
sick to
hill.
my-
Absolutely
yeah, it makes me
not.
sick to my fucking stomach.
Like, you can
And
protest without burning.
especially when they raise their fucking flags in this place, right? You know,
Exactly.
I will fuck somebody up. Man.
Oh, and the irony part, they're all about climate change and too much carbon dioxide and stuff. What do you
But
think
they're
you're
burning
doing
shit.
when you're burning shit? Like, what do you think you're freaking doing?
Shit.
You know, you're literally causing these chemicals to go in the air.
They're
Who
all-
knows what type of fabric it is?
They're all walking contradictions.
Yeah.
All of them.
Nonstop.
Liberals and Democrats are walking contradictions.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're even upset about. They are sheep. They are emotionally manipulated. It's ridiculous. It's so dumb.
I mean, during Black Lives
believe-
Matter, how many buildings did they burn down and stuff?
Of course.
Where were all the climate activists then? Where were
Every
they
building
like,
that
oh
they
man,
see.
look at all this carbon dioxide in the air. Oh no, what are we gonna do? The
They
world's
were
gonna end
burning
in
down the buildings.
4 less years now.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
When I watch what happened with COVID and allowing these protesters, which is actually rioters,
Right.
out there on the streets,
Right.
that made my blood fucking boil. And I'll tell you why. Because we were told, shut up, stay in your house, put
Yep.
your mask on,
Yeah.
Don't go to church.
lose your job,
Yeah.
don't go to church, lose your job,
Don't go to
lose
school.
everything, lose your house.
Yeah.
But these guys get to do whatever the fuck they want.
It's
That was
it was
after.
ridiculous.
That was after they come out and said there was nothing to worry about. Trump's full of shit. Come down to Chinatown, right, Nancy Pelosi? Come
Oh,
down to
yeah, yeah.
Chinatown and have a good time, party, do your thing.
Yeah.
Called him, the fuck's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word.
A Pelosi word?
Yeah, just calling him racist, pretty much. I can't think of the
Xenophobic?
words. Yeah, xenophobic. You know, all that shit they pushed on TV, non-fucking stop, over and over
Yep.
and over and over again. That's all you heard.
Yeah.
Xenophobic, racist. It's nothing to worry about. It's no big deal. He's lying. Don't take vaccines. Come down to Chinatown. Have a good time. And then
Dude,
they just
that's
completely
crazy.
flipped the script. Completely
That
flipped
was
the fucking
crazy.
script.
She really, like, Nancy Pelosi really did say, no, come on down. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. China, we knew where it was coming from. We knew it came from China. Whether, at the time, obviously, it was like, oh, it's the Wuhan lab or it's the Wuhan wet market. So we knew where it was coming from. And Trump's like, we want to ban the travel there. And she's like, oh, don't do that. That's xenophobic. And then, don't come in from other countries. And then what did they freaking do not that long after? We shut down the country. We could have stopped it had we just, shut down travel to the country immediately.
Right.
But instead they let it get in there, and Nancy Pelosi literally said, come in. So she was part of the effective starting COVID in America.
She's evil,
part
bro.
of it.
Yeah.
She's January 6th. She's
one of the best stock traders ever to exist.
She's behind everything that's fucked with this country,
everything.
100%.
It's so she's evil.
Oh yeah.
Evil,
So
evil.
I love when people say, Trump didn't react to COVID soon enough. He didn't do enough. He reacted immediately, right?
Yeah.
Immediately, banned flights from China, spread the word. You know what I mean? It sucked because the economy was fucking roaring, right?
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
was going so good, and you got to sit up there and be like, yo, this is some serious shit. Protect yourselves, and then you got these fucking people like, there's nothing to worry about. He's just a racist, and everyone forgets that shit. Everyone forgets, that they told you not to worry about it. They forget that they told you don't take the vaccines. So they're like, he didn't react soon enough. He literally reacted as soon as the first case hit the United States of America. Immediately.
One of the things that also strikes me, and this would be one of the largest criticisms I have of Trump. I do like a lot of the things he's doing, but when he declared a national state of emergency, it gave so many governors so much power.
Yep.
And that would be my only criticism. There's a couple other things, but being honest, right?
There's always going to be, though.
Oh
Always.
yeah. I'm not going to agree with everything he says, but I tell you what, that was the biggest thing that really I had a problem with, because now look at that. Look at what they did. It was a major power grab for them. California just even Illinois. I mean, all of them.
Well,
Hindsight's
your leader
20/20.
is only as
Yeah.
good as the information that he's being given. And we
Yeah.
knew that Fauci was sitting
Yeah.
there working with the World Health Organization to push this
good, John.
biological weapon on us.
Yep,
And,
absolutely.
so my criticism was the pushing the vaccine out as quick as you did. That was my
Yeah.
biggest criticism of him in his first term. And I think
Sure.
after talking to RFK and seeing what RFK Jr. has done, and a lot of the uncensored studies about vaccines have come out, I guarantee you Trump would probably look at it completely differently. I think he
Yeah,
would look
sure.
at natural immunity and herd immunity
Yeah.
before we got into a vaccine that's completely untested, unproven, and as far as we know, really didn't do jack shit.
Well, now
would've.
Besides make
now
people rich.
it's completely different. Now
Yeah.
he's, all of us, so many people.
Yeah.
Now we're like,
Hindsight is 20/20 for sure.
Oh yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It's,
now
it was a
because of
blessing that he
COVID,
actually didn't win 2020.
because of COVID, now we have states not mandating vaccines, period, which is great.
Yeah,
So
it-
it's like,
They forced his hand on a lot of that shit, right? They forced
Yes, they did.
his hand. And when he had the best fucking economy, I mean, that you could have had. I mean, it was amazing. So like, I'm trying to picture myself in that position. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you know that the Democrats are gonna crash this whole bitch because an election's coming up. But who would have fucking thought it would be that bad?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And I don't think Trump realized how deep the swamp was, and like
No.
how, its reach
Not
globally,
even
its
close.
reach. And like
He
I said,
didn't
I
know.
think 2020 was a blessing because Trump
Yeah.
losing in those 4 years running up to the 2024 election, I think he really started finding out a good 90% of the people that he needed beside him, and he got rid of all those people that were awful and stabbing him behind his back
For sure.
and doing backdoor deals and all that crap. So I think it really worked out for the country because I think we still have a couple rhinos in there that are backing Trump, that are playing the long game. I personally don't really care for Pam Bondi. I don't think she really does anything besides
No.
No,
play
sir.
politics, to be honest. I mean,
she's
all
paid
talk.
for by somebody.
we'll see. She's got to the end of this year to get me a high profile arrest prosecution, in jail for life before like I'm completely just going to be banging the drum every single day to get her out of there, because I want to see results. Like we can't sit here and wait until Trump's presidency is over, and the delay. It's got to stop.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back on the insane train, because this one, I mean, this is a Canadian thing, but this is what would have happened to our country had we let the insanity go and we didn't get Trump. So I think this one's very interesting.
Good morning. It's your favorite hobo you love to hate. I just wanted to do a check-in, let people know that I am being safe, being secure. I have taken care of my needs, and I am just chilling until I actually go for my sentencing. And I did kind of realize that we do have a highly unique opportunity here, whereas I'm someone who did something heinous and I'm on social media, whereas pretty much all the other people who do something heinous get locked in a box and blocked out from society, and they don't get to talk to them. So like, does it put me at risk? I'm already at risk. So whatever, I guess. Yeah, sure it does. But also, I know that I'm going to do everything in my part to not hurt anyone else in society, for sure. Like, nope, I'm good. That was a horrible, horrible, horrible error and bad
error
that I made, and I shouldn't have ever done it. I never will do it again, and if I could rewrite history and make it so I didn't do it, I would. But that's not going to happen, so I definitely have to answer for it, and we just have to, I guess, deal with it. So
deal with it.
What should we do with this opportunity? Because since we're connecting,
We should kill you.
anyway, that's all.
We should murder you. We should hang you from the streets. Like, ew.
Like, is this guy still free?
How's he
So-
free?
Canadians are shocked and terrified after police have released transgender man Alice Atwood after he stabbed his 7-year-old son and 8-year-old daughter, putting the daughter on a tube. That's right, he sliced her throat to her esophagus.
That's who Canada
His
needs to
van
put-
says
that's who
every
Canada
child
needs
matters.
to kill or help die.
Yeah, that's the assisted
That's
suicide.
the assisted suicide that needs to happen right there. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know, I
Wow.
used
You
to
do
be
something to
on
a
the-
child, you have a choice to take your own life, and we will help you.
I used to be
Yeah.
on that train.
How about that?
Of death penalty.
Unbelievable.
And for decades, I used to think like awful people should get the death penalty, but as I've gotten back into my faith, Christianity, I think it's honestly better to have them sit and stew and think about what they did for the rest of their life.
Nah.
I really do believe it.
Absolutely not.
It's
It's a strain on our resources. It's a strain on the
Well,
taxpayers.
the only reason it's a strain on our resources is because we got away from like the chain gang and them actually being still useful to society, which is what we need to get back to with our prison system. I'd rather them go out there and
You
chip
touch
away
a
at rocks and
child.
stuff.
I hear you when it comes to something else. Okay,
Mhm.
I think like
Oh, trust
an
me, I
adult
totally get it.
crime
And
of
it took
passion.
me decades to get to this point.
Yeah, crime of passion, fine. They're not against, and hear me out, John, okay? This is like my argument with the death penalty.
Mhm.
There is consequences for actions.
Oh, I agree.
You can still listen, and what people don't realize, it's like, well, we're playing God. No, we're not playing God. What we're doing is we're instilling consequences to actions to have a productive and safe society.
I agree with that.
Okay? My tax dollars should not be going to a prison system to keep someone on death row for 20 years.
Yep.
When they've done something heinous to a child, especially
His own children.
his own children.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Like and that doesn't mean that he can't get salvation through Jesus. Like that is completely two different things that he can work out with the Lord before
I
he
agree with
dies.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't negate that system. Okay, if he comes to the end of himself and he was like saying, I was possessed, I gave my soul over to the devil, but I found Jesus like in a prison cell on the way to death row to where they were gonna, kill me. Wonderful. Then we will see you in heaven, and that's between you and God. But guess what? You still lost the opportunity to become a normal working citizen in society. This is why I have problems with Christians that that want to accept pedophiles back into society as Christians.
Definitely don't want to see them back
I
in
have a
society.
problem with that. It's like, yeah, you might be forgiven, but you have, by your actions, you have self excommunicated yourself from society. And you need to take yourself out of society. We don't need to, it's not up to us to feel comfortable for you to be in society around our children, because now all of a sudden you're right with God. Like, you still have to pay the consequence to that. And if you really did find Jesus, you would do it yourself. You would stay inside a house if you already paid your whatever.
Technically they can't, suicide leads to hell.
Not suicide. I'm saying that you can stay in your house. You don't have to get on X and explain to people. We had this situation of why, like, you're forgiven by God and people should accept you back in society. No one has to accept you back in society.
No, I don't want to see any of these people back in society at all.
If you really found Jesus and you really felt bad about what you did to that 9-year-old little boy, then you stay lock yourself in an apartment, and you don't come out.
Yeah. So like the reason I finally got to this point where like I'm not really big on the death penalty. Now, I will say that if you're in like a shootout, I believe police should be shoot to kill. I think military should be shoot to kill. I think that's self-defense. It is what it is. Stop wasting time when somebody decides they're shot and they surrender. No, shoot to kill off the bat. Like if you're trying to kill somebody, you're trying to murder, you're trying to do disgusting things and hurt people, and you get in a shootout, it's shoot to kill in my opinion. Now, when it comes to the death penalty after time and everything, the two things that I have an issue with is, one, there's been many cases of people that have been innocent on death row. And then two, I feel like I feel for the person that actually has to pull the switch or pull the trigger to kill another human being. Those are the only two reasons why I would be fine with them sitting there and being tormented in their own thoughts until the day they die in a prison cell, which I believe our prison system needs massive reform, because these prisoners should not be getting like televisions and video games and working out in the yard and stuff. No, like it should be as basic as possible. If it's like medium crimes, you should be out there making freaking road signs for the government. Like, you need to be still useful to society when you're in a prison cell, and basically, cover some of the costs that the taxpayer is keeping that prison going, or I guess in some cases, private prison systems and stuff. But it's something I definitely struggle with. I could see myself flipping again back to the death penalty in the future, but I always thought about the person that has to pull the trigger, and the people that do get killed that are innocent. Because I have seen that before.
Yeah, and here's the deal, John. I'm not taking away that there's no perfect.
And obviously,
system.
nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Yeah, there's no perfect system.
No.
The person I think I love your heart. I think that's a really sweet heart. I've never heard that take before about. I feel bad for the person that's actually administering. The
death. Because that can weigh on them.
Sure, but I think that's also a choice. Like, maybe they feel like, okay, this is like I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing a good thing. No one else is stronger. This is a calling from God. Like, he's going to give me, the peace that I need, the strength that I need to do this, because it has to be done for society. But that's a sweetheart. I think that's a really sweet sentiment. I've never heard that argument before.
I try.
You're a good guy.
John's a sweet guy.
He's a sweet guy.
I mean, I still believe in our perfect utopia, in the world that Jesus thought we could be there, Hopefully, maybe
One
someday,
day.
someday we'll get close. I don't think we'll ever be perfect, but I would rather see us
when
move
Jesus
away
comes
from
back.
the insanity
Yeah.
that we're living in right now, because
Yeah.
it's so irrational. Children are being mutilated. Children are their minds are being destroyed.
Yeah.
And that honestly is what breaks my heart. Being like going through it myself and seeing that like like I could have not had this happen because I was, taught to believe that, oh, this is some kind of genetic thing that you have, No, it was literally mankind that gave me vaccines that caused my autism. It was, the synthesized food chemicals you added to my formula and my food.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't a work of God. When people sit there and be like, "Why God? Why did you give this to me?" Understand, it wasn't God. God gave us free will. Mankind does some evil shit with free will, and this is where we're at.
That's exactly right, John. Yeah. And you are making a difference.
Oh yeah,
You are.
We all
Yeah.
try. I think we all try.
Yeah.
I mean that's the point of being a good Christian is like we just got to keep pushing towards a better future together.
100%.
And
We have to
honestly,
fight it.
checking each other. We have to check each other.
100%.
Well,
Yeah.
if we don't, then we are being irresponsible. It's really important that, like, hey, brother, I understand what you're saying, but let's have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
that
noticed,
needs to happen.
My dog's she's sleep running right now. Her paw.
Oh,
Is she?
this is so
Yeah.
cute.
See the
So
paw? It keeps
cute.
going like that.
Yeah.
John, you're definitely making a difference in the hair game, though. If nothing else,
Dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring that half mullet
hair.
back. I ain't going full Joe Dirt though.
No, it's Dirte.
Dirty. All right, so this next video we got is actually back from 2018. It has been making the rounds on social media, and I believe it's been making the rounds because of the Epstein files. So this is pretty messed up.
Right now, most of us feel discomfort when we think about this scenario. And most of us feel discomfort when we think about pedophiles. But just like pedophiles, we are not responsible for our feelings. We do not choose them. But we are responsible for our actions. And we must make a decision. It is in our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles and to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with. We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely if they want to lead an upright life. We should accept that pedophilia is a sexual preference, a thought, a feeling, and not an act. We should differentiate between child sexual abuse and pedophilia. We shouldn't increase the suffering of pedophiles by excluding them, by blaming and mocking them. By doing that, we increase their isolation and we increase the chance of child sexual abuse.
Get the
What?
fuck out of here, indeed.
You know, this is why Democrats, this is why liberals never ask for the Epstein files, because this is how they feel. They think we should accept pedophiles. I had someone ask me one time, or try to explain to me that it's not their fault. It's just how they're wired in their brain. It's not something that we should be mad at them for. It's just not their fault. Get the fuck out of here with all that noise, man. Get out of here with it.
It's all about enabling bad behavior.
I'm on board with Rachel, dude. Get them the fuck off the planet. Period.
It's not even that, okay? They say that the problem with that is this, and it's that suicidal empathy. It's like, let me empathize with sickness and deranged and evilness, okay? And then what you do is you put now children at risk. And the problem, especially with pedophilia, is that it's like abuse begets abuse.
Yep.
It
perpetuates. And that's the problem. And so if it's not stopped, and there's resources, there's resources where it's like, if you're starting to understand you were sexually abused as a child and now you are looking at kids in an unhealthy way, go get fucking help. Go get help. Sorry to curse, but like, go get help. Saying, I have some like really bad thoughts. Like, you can get help, to where it's like, you don't feed into that.
Yep.
So
You
let's
have a
let's break
choice. You always have a choice.
let's break yeah, exactly. You have a choice. If just in general, let's generalize this, okay? As adults, we have choice to have sex, correct?
Yes.
We make that decision. But now you are forcing someone else, you are manipulating somebody, you are forcing somebody to do adult things that are not adults. It's I don't see it, I see it worse than I see the child mutilation that we're seeing in America today.
Yeah.
They don't have a choice. They don't have a voice.
No.
Abortion, all this stuff is the same. The children do not have a voice, but the left still advocates that they're the voice of the children.
No, they're not.
Explain that to me.
They're not.
You are advocating for everything evil.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is evil. And the problem is when you don't call it evil, that's when evil becomes normal and accepted. And that's when victims, it's disgusting. It's sick. It's so sick.
They even tried coining a phrase calling them MAPS, like minor attracted peoples.
Oh gosh,
It's like
that
what
is
Blue Sky
so
was
gross.
for, wasn't it? It was
Ew.
all the map shit was on Blue Sky whenever that became a thing.
Yeah, they tried to change the flag, the LBGT flag and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like how many of them and I'm sorry, but it's all connected. And this is why you even have like the gay movement so against the whole trans movement. Because it's like one, yes, it's a fetish, and then two, you have these pedophiles that are cosplaying as I'm trans just so they can get into bathrooms.
Yep.
And it's a problem. It's a huge problem.
We don't
You
do enough
have
to protect our children. There's
no, you have fathers. Which is freaking awesome. But you have fathers that are like they let they open up the door. They're like, "Hey, is anybody in here to bathrooms?" Because you have to do that nowadays. You guys need to be careful, especially you, Zach. You have two little beautiful girls. Like I literally have to go and I have to open up the stalls to make sure that there's no one in there. You know, and then it's like if the kids are with my husband and he's like not with whatever, like I'm like, listen, make sure you tell a woman, check the stalls before you just let them in, you know? And it's true. And then you have these dads sitting outside the bathroom and have stopped trans from going into the bathroom
Yes.
because they're young daughters that are like 7 years older and they're using 8 years old, 9 years old, 11 years old. Doesn't matter. 15, in there and, trying to fight the dad. The dad's like, come on, and I think it's wonderful. I think it's great.
Can we get adult women? Can we get adult women to come together and say, you know what? I'm going to go into the bathroom. If I see anything that's wrong, I am going to speak out. I will get involved.
Yeah.
We need adult women to commit to that.
100%.
Because I guarantee you, if I walk into a bathroom
me
and I
too.
see that weirdness, I'm going to lose my shit.
Oh, me too.
Absolutely.
Me too. You have no idea. Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
This is where it's like I carry everywhere I go. I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
like it's gonna be a bad day for a trans in a women's bathroom if I'm there. It will be a
sure.
bad day.
And
You
I feel
know,
like we got to this point because of the over sexualization of like a society.
Of course.
The social
Sure.
engineering through TV, movies, even books like 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, they redid Wuthering Heights, and now it's all like S&M style, I believe, with the new movie. So, you over sexualize things, then people are going to explore, and they're going to live in their own desires and their own pleasures. And it's very hard and difficult for people to understand that. If you give in to your own desires and pleasures, it's going to lead you down a dark path of loneliness eventually. In the long run, it leads to loneliness, which is why, I mean, I'm going to have to get preachy here, but I'd rather say, you got to give your life to the Holy Spirit.
Well, it does say it's like it's there. You're right to a degree. It says that sin gives birth to sin.
Yes.
And that's the problem. Not that like every man that looks or anyone that looks at porn is just gonna go and then like start looking at like children's porn. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like what used to like get you that same dopamine hit. Now you have to go to the next level.
Yes.
And whatever that was, like now you got to go to that next level. And it's exactly what the Bible said. You know, it's like the Bible says, like sin gives birth to sin gives birth to sin. So you really got to keep yourself in check.
Yep.
You know, and really like bring your body into submission.
And
You know,
ask
and have
yourself,
self-control. Yeah.
like, if you're watching porn and stuff, and you know you're not getting your highs, and you move to that next subject, or you've done drugs and you started off with like marijuana, and then you've moved up to the harder stuff. Aren't you still chasing that high? You're still chasing that happiness. It's not like you're waking up happy every day. You have to do something to make yourself happy, which means that you're not getting like you're not fulfilling any purpose in your life. You're just chasing a high. Was it called chasing the red dragon? Stop chasing the high and start living your life. Because, you know, we get caught up in all this insanity and all this anxiety, and then you build it up in your head, and now you're overwhelmed, and now things are at the worst part of your life, and now you only have two options, either to fight for your life or to give up. And, you know, I really feel like the reason why, you know, when you go to like AA and they use the Bible to help you get out of it is because there's purpose in that Bible, and people find their purpose in there. And it's extremely difficult to explain. I still can't explain it. I just know that every time that I wanted to end my life throughout the 30 years I was struggling with self-unaliving thoughts, I always heard a voice in the back of my head saying, if you do this, you're going to hell. And it was, you know, it was one of the things that really stopped me to do it. The other thing was I would start thinking about the reaction of my parents and how they would feel if they saw me on the floor dead.
Yeah. I know.
And that's what, you know, like that was like the final straw. I was like, all right, I can't do this. And I would constantly go through this cycle.
No,
and I would constantly sit there and use marijuana to try and block it out of my mind. And I was using it nonstop. And then, you know, the last time I had it, you know, I was going through crazy autism meltdowns. You know, I begged my father to let me end my life. And, you know, like I was at that point where like, you know, I wanted to give up. But I chose to fight. But this time I took a different path. I went back into my faith. I went back into Christianity. And then God was like, listen, it's the food, man. Like, I don't know how I got into it, but, you know, when I started seeing these videos pop up on my YouTube, I started listening. I started listening to Gary Brecka when he was on Joe Rogan. I learned about the MTHFR gene mutation.
Yeah.
And then, like, I started learning more and more. And then I finally got to the point where, like, my mind became healthier. I still struggle with PTSD. I still struggle with seasonal depression, but I'm no longer in the horrible state that I was in. I'm
Thank
actually
God.
moving towards something, and I'm trying to make my life better. But I'm telling you, this only came with the help of God.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. I'm so happy you didn't end your life, John, and that you're here.
Thanks.
I think we've all been through some dark, dark moments.
Yeah.
You know?
And it feels weird talking about it, you know,
Yeah.
because right now, like these people, I don't even know who they are anymore. Like that I used to be. You know, I had the depression
weird.
guy and the guy chasing the high.
I
Don't know
know.
who these people are anymore.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
That's
good.
great.
You have clarity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on it, and like I'll probably be working on it for a few more years, to be honest. But I can tell you right now, like, it's way better than chasing a feeling or a high, 100%.
Yeah. I think we can all relate to that, John. You know?
And we love you. We need you here.
Yes, we
Thanks,
do.
appreciate that.
Yes.
For sure.
And I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the effects of the sun. Vitamin D, baby.
Vitamin D.
Let's
With
go.
over 900 peer-reviewed papers, recent peer-reviewed papers, finding that vitamin D, when you raise it to adequate levels, exhibits anti-cancer activity against literally, basically, every single cancer known through vitamin D receptor signaling, as well as tumor microenvironment control and immune modulation. So this is very, very important as we reach the winter months. You want to ensure you have adequate vitamin D intake. Vitamin D alone could prevent 30,000 cancer deaths in a single country in a single year. Specifically, this study looked in Germany. They looked at what would happen if they administered wide-scale vitamin D to the 50 and older population. And based on the most recent meta-analyses of vitamin D in cancer, does show about a 13% reduction in cancer mortality. And so that is extrapolated to an entire country, you save about 30,000 lives per year.
Wow.
Most powerful cancer prevention tools are neither profitable nor novel. And vitamin D is very inexpensive, biologically active, and according to randomized clinical trial evidence, saves lives at scale. The main question now remains is why are public health agencies ignoring this?
Because we already know why they're ignoring it. They want us sick.
Yeah.
We all know that. They want
They need
us
customers.
sick. Yes.
For sure.
It's so true.
It's probably the biggest moneymaker on the planet.
100%.
That's what it's all about in the pharmaceutical world. It's all about money.
It's probably mostly about cancer too.
Oh yeah, because obviously you make tons of more money by giving people cancer. I guarantee you, they probably have the cure for like majority of the cancers if they catch it early enough, and then like all these rich elite people, and they all get through it. They got no problems with it.
Yeah.
If they don't catch it right away, then you get those occasional actors and stuff that pass. It's like unfortunate. But listen, vitamin D, go get your sun. A lot of people probably don't realize that, in the summertime, you're much happier. You're outside, you're doing stuff. You think it's just because like there's more things to do in the summer. It's actually honestly the effect of the sun.
I agree.
That sun
I
really hits
totally get seasonal. We were talking about this, John.
Yeah.
I definitely get seasonal depression for sure. Yeah. And it's a vitamin D thing.
And you can take it in a vitamin D pill form as well. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can. And I do.
Yeah, because
I
there's
do.
a lot of our foods, they tell you like, oh, it's got this, it's got that. A lot of
Yeah.
the times you can't break down the enzymes of their fake pills, and you're
Yeah.
not getting the proper nutrients. You're not getting proper minerals. I mean, most of our food is just garbage. Eating
Yeah.
organic's the best thing you do. Get your own garden. If you can create your own garden, let me tell you, little mushroom soil.
Oh, yeah.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's right.
broccoli,
Mhm.
Some peppers. I mean, you can grow some great stuff. We got peach trees. We got apple trees. We got pear trees. I think we're going to do watermelon this year. So like, it's really worth it to have your own garden. Even though the deer eat a lot of our peaches, we probably have to net them this year.
Sorry, they need to eat too. Shit.
So that's a really good point, John. So I live in an area with a lot of sun. Okay. Wyoming is the same. We have a lot of sun. The higher elevations and all that, but the weather itself makes you stay inside. When you're in the negative 40s, you're not going to be outside.
Yeah.
So in Wyoming, the seasonal depression is significantly higher. I was tested when I lived there, and my vitamin D level was low.
Yeah.
So that explains a lot of that. But just because you live in an area with a lot of sun doesn't mean you're going to get what you need.
Correct.
Yeah. You're right.
Absolutely. And while we're talking about food, I really don't want to do this, but I kind of got to do this. Let's talk about them Girl Scout cookies. Let's talk about it.
Right
That's
in the ticker.
A commission investigation has found that all tested Girl Scout cookies sample contain glyphosate and toxic metals, with some exceeding EPA water safety limits. Research led by Stephanie Seneff, PhD, a senior research scientist at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, tested 25 cookie samples from 3 states for contamination. Findings from the study published revealed that 100% of the samples tested positive. 100% of the samples tested positive for glyphosate, a herbicide commonly used as a drying agent in crop production. Thin Mint showed the highest glyphosate levels at 111.07 ppb.
Salty's like, dang it.
While peanut butter patties contain 13.57 ppbs. According to the report, these levels are 334 times higher than what Dr. Don Huber, professor emeritus of Purdue, states is harmful and must be avoided. Heavy metal contamination was also widespread, with 88% of the samples testing positive for all 5 toxic metals. That's all 5. Aluminum, arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. Notably, 76% of the samples exceeded U.S. EPA water limits for cadmium, and 96% contained detectable lead levels. So, I mean, if you want to pause and read the rest of this, but I just wanted to give you guys that little, little drop of knowledge that Girl Scout cookies
Dang,
aren't
they're pushing
that
it
good.
through Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
I just want to know how many Girl Scout cookies Salty ate before
She's
I can tell you,
okay.
them peanut butter patties, I've had plenty.
No, what are the ones they're called? Oh, they're like the coconut. Oh, they're so good.
Is that like with the like
The
little caramel?
yes,
And the
yes.
cookies got like lines of chocolate.
It's a cool name.
What are they called?
Oh, I forgot what they're called.
So my husband,
They
my
are.
husband calls me the Cookie Monster. I don't keep cookies in the house. Okay, I make my own cookies now.
There you go.
Just because I like cookies, but I try not to eat cookies and sugar and all this other stuff. But those Thin Mints, no, those are some those girls. Those are some serious drug dealers, man. Like
No joke.
That's some cartel type shit right there. The way they're like, hey, give me some dollars. Like, man.
So
It's the
have
real
they
trend
has
right
like the Girl Scout has Girl Scout like corporation, have they come out and say that they're gonna change the
Not that I
cookies
know
and
of
like
yet.
so they're still selling these?
Yeah. I'm sure they're
What?
probably given the whole spiel like, oh, we'll look into it. We'll double check our research. This could have been a bad batch. Yada, 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 yada.
Why would anything else be shut the fuck down?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
Could've
look
been
at most
taken
of
off
our
the
food.
shelves.
I
We
know.
recently talked about a lot of our candies containing arsenic. We
Yeah.
talked about our bread being carcinogenic. So I keep telling y'all, you gotta eat organic. The amount of mental health problems that come from our overprocessed foods,
Yeah.
it's not good for your body. It's literally chemicals.
You have
I
to eat
tell
like
ya.
real organic too, because like anything you buy at the store that says organic, you can't trust that shit either.
Absolutely.
No, you're right.
You
Like
know
you
what
can
my
literally
mother-
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Go
you
ahead,
go.
Rachel.
Nope.
So my mother-in-law, you know what she started doing? She started taking like her whatever was starting to go bad, like celery and
Mhm.
all of her vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's doing is she's drying it, and then she's just chopping it up into a powder and putting it in the same jar, right? Like
Perfect.
to make, yeah. And it is one of the greatest things that I thought about, because like you can sit there out of your own garden, your heirloom seeds, by the way. Go through and do that, because I tell you what, canning 2 boxes of tomatoes is a pain in the keister, man. That sucks. And it takes up a lot of space, but if you dry it
Mhm.
and then turn it into powder, it's great.
Yeah.
You can keep it forever. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it being bad.
That's great.
Ooh, building
Yeah.
up that ration stockpile.
Yeah.
You never know when the whole world goes
I miss
to
my
crap.
garden. I miss my garden. I miss all those things.
It's
I'll get
time
back
for a
there.
new one.
Yes.
Yeah. Not
I
yet.
want a
Yes.
garden.
Can't do it yet.
Well,
My
obviously,
garden was
it's still cold.
amazing. It's just so good. It's like even just to be in the dirt,
Mhm.
and it just tastes different. It tastes so good and like so. It just tastes. It's like it feels like your body's just so happy while you're eating it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
It's
describe
real.
it.
It's
like
real.
yes, and it's just so fresh, and it's like I don't know. I miss it.
And so what we do is we have a little bird bath right next to our garden. So this way they come and they do a little like cleansing, or they get cool in the summertime, and then they eat all the bugs that are trying to get to the food.
Perfect. There you
Food,
go.
fruit, veggies.
Yeah.
And we have tons of hoverflies that help with pollination.
That's awesome.
Yeah, hoverflies like little tiny bees.
Oh, yeah, you can also get ladybugs.
Yeah, ladybugs are good as well.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Praying
honeybees are
mantis.
great too.
Yeah.
And you know what is excellent for mosquitoes?
What?
Dragonflies.
Can you send me some?
You can actually buy ladybugs. They
Yep.
ship them to you.
Yeah.
I've
Yep.
had it done twice.
Oh, and I don't
garden.
even use weed killer. I just pull all the
Like
weeds
five-
out by
they-
hand.
They'll give like 1,000 of them, and they come in like little box, and you have to, and they just let them out in your garden.
Oh, that's not
Beneficial.
bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with the spiders in the cranberry. You ever seen like the cranberries on the water? There's like little spiders crawling all over them all the
Ugh.
time.
Ugh.
Oh yeah,
No.
it's pretty.
I
bad.
love spiders. Spiders
Ah,
are
can't do it.
fantastic. My
Can't do 'em.
husband, no. And I
Nope.
love jumping spiders. They're amazing.
What?
Yes.
Salty. No, you know what it is? I
That's not
watched
normal.
Arachnophobia when I was like 7.
No.
You remember like those 80s? Like they let us watch all these like crazy 80 horror movies. Like like when you were a kid, like 7. Like I was literally, it was it was traumatic. And like after that, like I watched. You know what I'm talking about? Arachnophobia from the 80s.
but no,
Oh
that
yeah, I
movie?
remember that. John Goodman.
Yes, John Goodman. Yes,
Jeff Daniels.
And Jeff Daniels. It was Jeff Daniels. And from that moment on, like now I'm okay. Now I can at least kill one.
Yeah, and always have a
Like,
nail
I
gun.
do
in your
not
belt,
like
right?
'em.
Have a nail gun.
Yeah, I
The
do not like them.
1950 horror
Oh, no.
movie.
That's my only phobia.
1950s were fantastic.
Ugh.
The spiders were the size of a house.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, I love those movies.
Those
I
are
love
different.
them.
Those are like so ridiculous. They don't get this. Get you
That's
scared.
why I
but
love
like
those-
arachnophobia
yes.
from like the 80s, the late 80s or early 90s, like that.
Well, I think that's a lot of the tomboy in me and understanding certain
Yeah.
aspect. I don't know, but like I love all bugs. I just do,
Yeah.
except for in Nevada we have these horrible. The worst bug in Nevada is a Mormon cricket.
Huh.
You're gonna have to research that because
I don't
they're
want to.
huge.
I'm
They
good.
stink.
I'm good with
Yeah, I'm going
insects.
to.
I like
So like,
ladybugs.
I don't mind
That's about it.
spiders and shit, salty, but liking jumping spiders is weird. You know, around here we have these spiders. I don't know. Around here they call them camel crickets, but they're big as fuck.
No.
And they jump high as shit.
No.
And they you only see them when you're not fully dressed. So jumping.
Well, don't be
spiders,
naked.
Fuck all the way up. Fuck that. Get up out of here with it. But that's the only time you see them. Is when you're not fully dressed, and it's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Are they
Fuck a
Jerusalem
jumping spider.
crickets or potato bugs?
Oh no. Oof. No way.
Are they the same thing?
No, thank you.
So,
I don't know.
Zach, before we get into our joke telling tonight, we got some jokes for everybody tonight. And on a fun note, do you want to go into your little rant here about the MAGA division?
Send it.
I got a little something for you here about the Krankensteins, Crass
Brian
Epsteins,
Crass
where they
Epstein.
were, you know, it's allegedly he's got 2 accounts and he posted a MAGA sob story on his on the wrong account. I was one of Trump's biggest supporters. I defended him through everything. Media attacks, investigations, indictments, non-stop chaos. Am I sounding clear enough for this? I stuck by him because I believed he was different.
You sound
I
like a
believed
movie.
he was going to drain the swamp. I believed he was going to expose the corruption. I believed he's going to take down the people hurting children. That was the whole point. He campaigned on cleaning house, on exposing elite criminals, on protecting kids. I bought it fully. Yeah, that was supposed to be for, I believe, his other account called at Melted Minds.
Yeah, I can't even look at you right now. You sounded like a mix between Fergie and
We
a unicorn.
represent the lollipop guild. The lollipop guild.
You know, I don't even give a fuck about any of that at all. I don't care about the fucking Groypers
the psyops they're
and,
running
and,
on us.
and the Israel shit. I don't give a fuck about any of that. The movement's not big enough to matter. It just isn't. You know, people can send their bot farms and everything else all fucking day long. It's not big enough to matter. And the dumbest shit that I've fucking seen lately is like actual MAGAs going at each other's throats for the dumbest shit. And it's like egos, right? It's like my account's cooler than yours. Just the dumbest shit all the time. And we're 9 months away from midterms?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're putting your ego before your country at this point, and it's fucking disgraceful.
Yeah.
And there's no room for it. Like if you're concerned more about your dick being bigger than the other guys, we don't fucking need you influencing.
No.
If you're concerned
don't.
more about your fucking ego than winning the midterms, we don't fucking need you influencing. I'm tired of hearing it. We need to clean this shit up, and period. I'm fucking sick of it.
No, I agree. It's just nonstop with these people.
It's gross.
Trying to divide us, trying to get people to not even vote in the midterms so that we can give Democrats the upper hand. Like, if you guys really have a problem, why don't you sit down and have a conversation or a debate about it?
Right.
Don't sit there and just keep going off, on your own tangents, saying, "Oh, this is bad, that's bad. He's not listening to us." Listen, you're not going to find a president, let alone a politician, that's ever going to do exactly what you want them to do. They're going to do a couple different things, and you can't sit there and just be mad instantly. Like, even I have to tell myself sometimes, like, I'm not a fan of that, but let me see how it plays out.
Sure.
Let me see what's going to happen in the long run here, because it's done. It happened. You're not going to change anything. You can sit there and protest in the streets about it. All you're going to do is just look like a crazy leftist trying to attack ICE. Listen, ICE is still going to do their job. Period. Just like, Trump does something, it's done. You're just going to have to see the fallout or see the benefits. Either or. Like, stop fighting about it and start discussing it. If you actually have civilized conversation, then maybe those people at the top, those politicians, will actually listen, because they'll be like, that's a really good point. That logically makes sense. That's what we need to hear.
Yeah, I'm just not okay with it. I'm not okay with going to other MAGA's accounts, especially larger ones, that do have a voice that packs a punch, right? I can only get so loud. You guys can only get so loud. But these bigger accounts that have these louder voices that actually carry weight, trying to fuck up their accounts over an ego is unacceptable, especially this close to midterms.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
It's childish. It's disgusting.
And just overall, and I see the Nick Fuentes thing earlier. I seen him talking about. I don't really give a fuck about Nick Fuentes, but he has fooled a lot of the younger generation, right? I hear him talking about Trump's not deporting any illegals the way it is, so what's it matter if Democrats win? The fuck he isn't, right? There's been what 3 million between self-deportations and actual deportations.
Oh, those self-deportations have been fantastic.
And listen, you can run back the numbers all you want. Obama had self-deportations too that inflated his numbers. Or didn't inflate. I mean, they were real deportations, but it's all happening. Saying that you're not even going to vote in the midterms. Nick Fuentes is saying that he hopes Democrats win the midterms. That dude's a fucking liberal. He's always been a liberal. He's here to divide. And if you follow the guy, you're a fucking retard.
Yep.
Same shit goes for Candace Owens and anyone else like them.
Yep.
They're fake. They're here to do exactly what they're doing. But I don't even feel like that's important enough to worry about. I feel like real MAGA people just need to man the fuck up and
act like adults.
Fight for the fucking country that we're losing. I mean, it's on the brink of fucking.
Fight.
It's on the brink of collapse, man. And it's time to get your head out of your ass, deflate that fucking ego a little bit, and
please,
let's go.
Yes.
What we need to come together.
We really do. We need to unite, and this like pettiness. It's like, if you have an issue with someone, like, work it out privately. Have a discussion. Don't go and. It's really weird. It's I have zero patience for it.
Yeah, we're
Zero.
just dividing into these little tribalistic groups.
Exactly. These little cliques. It's disgusting. It's childish behavior. You should be ashamed and embarrassed. I have zero patience for it, and I'm not gonna play any games either. If I see it, I'm gonna call it out. Like, I just don't understand. Our future, our country's future is at stake. We have the most serious midterms coming up. The Save American Act isn't even passed yet. It's like, why? There's so many other issues that we can focus on, that we need to unite on. It's bonkers to me. And it's selfish. It's such selfishness. So thank you, Zach, because you're right.
They could use their account for good.
Yes.
Okay. They could use their account to unite people, bring us together, make us stronger. But they are more concerned about clicks, likes, and their whatever it is they get out of that.
Yeah.
It's selfish and it's destructive.
And they forget that it's the smaller accounts. It's the everyday American that doesn't have the time to be an influencer or spend 8 hours on X. That come and they say, okay, like, I want to subscribe to you, so I'm going to pay you however much your subscription fee is. It's like, there's not this humility of saying, like, thank you. The smaller accounts are what matter, and so I have a responsibility as a leader in the community and as an influencer not to play childish, immature games.
Yeah. And you know what? Some will probably even try to cancel me for talking shit.
Well, cancel
I
you
don't
later.
care.
They've already tried with me. Cancel us later.
Because,
What's up?
I got,
Do it.
I'm
I don't care.
Actually, I'm actually fighting to win the fucking midterms. and wake
Exactly.
people the fuck up, so do that later. I don't care.
All right. Well, this was a fantastic episode, but we're not done. We're going to end on some jokes. We got joke night tonight. Everybody's busting out one of their favorite jokes. Who wants to start? Who's feeling it? Who's feeling it? The smile
I
I
got
see
one.
from Rachel, it
Uh-oh,
tells
she
me she
got a
wants
good
to
one.
start it. She's ready. Bring it on,
All
Rachel.
right. This is dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
When is a door not a door?
When it's a jar?
Come on.
When it's a jar. Yeah.
I have some more. Okay.
Could have let her. Could have let
Fine.
her have it, Joe. Damn
Just keep on. Just I have more.
it.
You
Okay,
guys
I'll
go.
next.
I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna do a do-over.
All right, here we go. I got one.
All right.
I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day.
This was mostly for Rachel. A blind man walks into a bar, and a chair and a table.
Was that for Rachel or was
Yeah.
that for Drew?
Oh shit!
All
What's up,
love for
Drew?
you, Drew. We love you, buddy.
We love you, Drew. That's awesome.
Another
That's
bar joke.
fantastic.
Come on, Salty, what you got?
What you got?
Are you ready for this one? It's a good dad joke, though. I really
All right,
like
here
it.
we go.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. Why don't skeletons fight each other?
Because they have no guts. I used
Yes!
this one
Yes!
already.
Yes!
Yes.
I
Yes!
did this in the second podcast. Isn't it such a good joke?
It's a good joke, though. It really
know.
is.
I love it.
I do
It's
too.
one of my favorites.
All right, Rachel, what you
It's a
got?
good one.
All right. What happens when a frog's car breaks down? You guys are gonna guess it.
Stop.
It croaks.
It jumps it?
Like it's towed.
Oh, my
Nice.
Lord.
TOAD, Blondie.
All right, here we go. Ready? Ready? I got one for you. A cheese factory exploded in France. Debris was everywhere.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
It's good. It's good. It's good. All right.
A fish swims into a wall. Damn.
I like that one.
Dad joke central tonight.
That one's a good one.
I'm all out though. That was all I had.
Yeah, I have my two. I know Rachel's got one more probably saved up, right?
Yeah.
How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for Christmas?
I don't know.
He felt his presence.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God. That is the daddest joke of the dad jokes.
Wow.
Oh man. Wonder what's in this box.
We've all tried that. It doesn't work. He didn't know shit.
All right. Well, I think that's it then, right?
Yep,
Closing up
that's
shop
it.
tonight.
do
Want to
it.
give a shout out to everybody out there listening
Thank
or
you,
watching
guys.
live. I wanted to say
Yeah.
listening for my boy Drew, and then watching live. We're gonna keep doing this bad boy. It's gonna go back to normal on Tuesday next week. We had a little
Yeah.
crazy live stream technical difficulties. Rumble is eventually going to work for me. I had it working, now it's not working. So hopefully we'll get Rumble going. Other than that, thank you everybody once again. We have Rachel, we got Zach, aka him, and Salty tonight. I'm John, and that is the end of episode 7.
Good night.
Have a great
Thank you
night.
guys.
Thank you,
Thank you for
everybody.
watching.
Peace.
Have a good night.